Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I have some fun things to share with you today. It's Teach Me Tuesday, and I'm going to be showing you how to use the Encircled in Beauty dies. So it's part of my, these dies I'm using in my card class by mail this month, and I just thought it would be a good opportunity to show you because there's a lot of kind of moving parts with these dies, and they're really, really gorgeous. So I thought it would be good to kind of share these with you today and teach you how to use them. Hello, hello there, Melissa and Marcia. I'm so glad that you're live with me here today. And we are going to jump right in as soon as I have all of my little things ready to go. I always do watch the comments on my computer, and that way I can tell what people are saying, and also I can see what you're seeing. Hey Barb, because once I turn my phone down, I can't see and know whether I'm in line, you know, whether you can actually see what I'm demonstrating. Hey Laura, I'm glad you are here. And so we have some folks gathering, ready to jump in, and we're going to be all about die cutting today. And these are, some of the dies in this are a little bit more intricate, and but they're really gorgeous. I don't know why I'm not coming up on here live, but I know that I'm live because you're here with me. So give me just another moment or two. Hey Dudley, I'm glad you're joining us from Alaska. I'm sure you guys are already enjoying snow and hopefully some sunny weather as well. Okay, I am finally up on my computer screen. So, and Linda's here. Hey, welcome, welcome. I totally missed you. See, this is why I need to have my computer on at the same time. Okay, let's bring the camera down and see where we are going to go today. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that was a really close up. The camera sometimes, well, it doesn't lie. It tells the true story. So let me move some of this aside and we will take this one step at the time. Okay, hey Gail, I'm glad you're here as well. And Mary, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to just give a little showcase of my newest class by mail, because this ties into what I'm sharing today. So I always do, for my Cards with a Twist class, we center around one stamp set. And this time I'm using Encircled in Friendship. This is actually in our annual catalog. This is on page 70. And it does come as a bundle. So you can get these beautiful stamps with the dies and you save 10%. So that's always an awesome thing. But you know, Stampin' Up! Did something really cool, and I think that some of us haven't even noticed it. But there is a second stamp set that coordinates with the dies, and it's Encircled in Warmth. So the Encircled in Warmth is not what I'm using for my December card class, because I figured, you know, in December we have hopefully already made our Christmas cards, or we are in home stretch for our Christmas cards. And boy, there's really glaring on there. Let me see if I can fix that. No, it's still glaring. Well, I've got kind of a glare right there. Oh, okay, it did go off. So let me see if that keeps the glare away, but we can still see. Let me find Encircled in Warmth really quick. Ah, there we go. Page 23 of your holiday catalog. So let me show you this stamp set you may have missed. Creates all, well, beautiful greetings, but look at these gorgeous, gorgeous, kind of almost like a doily type of a surround that you can use. Hey, Sherry, I'm glad you're here. So yeah, Dudley, you're at 9 below. Yeah, definitely, and it's only November, so wow. Well, we're almost in December. Needless to say, you're going to have a white Christmas in Fairbanks. Okay, back to what I'm doing here. So this stamp set coordinates. You could just use this with circle dies. and things like that, but it does coordinate with these. So I think it's really nice when Stampin' Up! Gives us one set of dies and two different stamp sets. Now, when you purchase this in the holiday book, it is $19 and it doesn't come as a bundle. So if you want the bundle, you get this stamp set with the dies. So let me show you my class really quick, and then we're going to play with these dies today. And I'm going to show you for Teach Me Tuesday how you use them. So I did decide to focus on the newest in colors, and these are the ones that debuted earlier this year, and we will get another full year of them. And I just felt like, you know, we've had a lot of red and green and light blue for Christmas card season, and it was time to do something a little bit different. So these are the Cards with a Twist cards, if you haven't seen them yet. And this is my monthly class by mail, and you get 2 each of 4 designs, but there's a twist, and you can see easily where my twist is. So this is where some of the magic comes with these amazing dies. So you can cut out or you can cut out. So you can make a kind of a silhouette type die cut, and then you can make more of a doily die cut. Now this is fussy cut. I did fussy cut that one little flower. This is my fancy fold card, and it doesn't actually have any die cuts on it, but I did want to kind of showcase the markers. These are the markers that I used. These are not the blends, and sometimes people don't realize you can get a fair bit of blending with the markers, not as much as you can with the blends, but I mean, they're super affordable. You get 5 of them for $15. I mean, please. So you get all 5 of the in colors for just $15. You can either color in or you can use these directly on your stamps. So I think sometimes we forget the incredible value of the Stampin' Write markers. So these were kind of simple, fancy fold cards that feature, you know, really just some of the basics that we do with our card making, but just made a little bit fancy with the fold and with a little wink of Stella at the end. And then this is my last design, and this one shows the, my light is kind of flickering a bit. Another one of those beautiful dies and lots of fun stamping. So you do get everything you need to make these cards. You just stamp and assemble. All the die cuts are done for you. You do get a package of the gorgeous in color jewels. You get a full roll of the Evening Evergreen. Hey Jill, I'm glad you're joining us. And then, of course, you get the 8 envelopes for your cards, and you get a half a pack of the In Color Designer Series paper. So all that comes to your door for $35. It does have a PDF tutorial, so you have step-by-step instructions, you have full color photos, and it's a great value. If you don't want to purchase the class, you can get just the tutorial for $12. So that is my monthly Cards with a Twist for December. And I think the shipped out date is December 16th on that, because I am leaving on the 23rd for Christmas break. We're going to have a week in Florida, and I'm super excited. So I got to get all my classes out the door well before I leave, because I'm determined to not be packing the night before. I'm notorious for that. But I'm getting too old for that, you know? I mean, that living by the seat of my pants, it's just, it worked great when I was younger. As the older I'm getting, the more I want to have a little bit more planning time. So let's talk about these dies. So this is the case that they come in, and let me just show you the way that I like to store them, because these are going to go into a stamping case. I like to have them on a little magnet sheet because it's much, much easier for me. So you get 2 full sheets of these. And they're really, really gorgeous. Hey, Valerie, I'm glad you're here. So you have these 2 small ones, and let me just show you. So I've cut some of these out already, and then I'm going to show you one as well. So this is I cut this one out from the Gold Shimmer Vellum, and I have to tell you, they pop right out of the dies. This is the smaller one out of the Gold Shimmer Vellum, and you can see how if you were using the vellum like this, you would just stamp a greeting and use a circle punch and layer it on top. Here it is in white cardstock. There's one little piece there. So this is one of the really fancy ones. And with these really fancy ones, you can just put a circle, you know, another circle die or a circle punch in there. You can layer these for an even, you know, really, really fancy look. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, that's just, it's just a lot of elegance. And for this one, I used the, this is that brushed metallics. So you get 3 different shades of metallic in this one. And then this is the one that gives you that kind of true doily. And I did this one out of the red velvet. And I think it's just so elegant. It does cut that circle out for you. So you can leave it in there or you can take it out and have a little window there. So just a lot of, I mean, just look at that. Is that not just gorgeous? And I think this red velvet, I believe it's only available for the holiday catalog, but wouldn't that be gorgeous for Valentine's Day as well? Just very, very luxurious. And then last but not least, you have this really, really large, just a little bit of fancy around the circle, which I think has a lot you can do, because then you can layer these up, you can put this on, and then this on. I mean, there's just a lot of layering that you can do with these, and they're just so versatile and fun to use. So I wanted to show you how to how you do the one that is a little bit, I wouldn't say tricky, but maybe not as straightforward as you might think. And that is this one here, because you do want to layer it. Well, you can use it on its, you can use just the die cut, or you can layer it to pop it, cut it out completely. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here is, and you know I'm not a big fan of die cutting on camera, but you know, sometimes you just need to. Okay, so here is my Big Boss, and what I'm going to do, let's see if I need to bring this up a little bit, maybe. And my platforms are here and ready to go. You do want all, you know, you want one, two, your 1, your 2, and your 3 for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I play with some, this is the polished pink cardstock. And what I'm going to do is, make sure I'm straight here, I'm going to use the cutout window only on this one. And that's going to allow me to have a little peekaboo. So let's, yeah, I think that's what I wanted to show you. This one first. So let's put this little guy on top. And then let's roll this through. And I am going to roll it through a second time. And you know, I just realized I didn't bring my little trash can over here, and I'm going to have little cardstock pieces everywhere. So let me grab my trash can really quick. And you can already see how, look how pretty that's coming out. And I don't think I have my little die brush handy naturally. So we will just take this, and I don't know if this is in the camera or not, but I'm just running this onto my, into my little trash bin here. I do need, let me go grab my die brush. Let me see if I can find it when I need it. Let's see. Oh yes, here we go. Die brush is here. So this is actually a little, what do you call it? It's a little, it's a little attachment for your Pick-a-Tool. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I Pick-a-Tool it. Why is that not going on? What am I doing wrong here? well, I'm just going to use it like this for now. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and run my other one through here, because then I can do all of my dye brushing at one time. And I think that what I'm going to do on this one is my other little trick for using the intricate dyes, and that is a little piece of wax paper. So for this one, I'm going to use a basic white card base. This is the thick basic white. And what I'm going to do is use a little piece of wax paper. And, you know, wax paper is super inexpensive. I just keep this in my drawer where I have my all of my plates for my die cutting. And if you put that, actually, I'll show you the best way. Absolute best way is to put your die down first. When you're doing an intricate die, this is my top trick. Put your dies down first, and these you do have to nestle inside one another, okay? And you notice I've turned them upside down. Now I'm putting my let's go this way. I'm putting my wax paper down, and now I'm going to put my, I'm hoping I'm centered. That's the tricky part of this, is centering it. Let's see. I think I'm pretty centered. Well, we'll live dangerously. And then my last plate, and then run that through. It does help it to come out. Now, when you're centering it onto a card base like this, not as much. You know what? Truth be told, I think I wasn't supposed to center it on this. I think I was just supposed to cut this out of a card base. But let me show you what happens when you do that. Let me move Big Boss out of the way here. And what happens is that little piece of wax paper, it just lifts, and then all of these little pieces just pop right out. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, this is why I don't die cut on camera. Because I figure that you just get bored of watching. Okay, now, here we go. Here's my little, see how quickly they come out with that? You know, they just pop right out. I think that the little bit of slickness on that wax paper just helps it just to pop out ever so quickly. And I mean, there you have a really gorgeous kind of a doily look frame, really fancy frame. It's more of a fancy frame than a doily. And you can make them in any color you want. Now, let me, and then you also get this nice little circle, which you can use or not. Here's my other guy. Now, this one, I did not use my wax paper, so I'll show you the difference, because you do have to work a little bit harder when you go to, but not much. See how they come out pretty nicely. They really do come out nicely. So this one produces more of a window, and when you cut the surround, then you have a frame. So that's kind of the one part of this set of dies that I thought really needed a little bit of demonstration, explanation. So now I'm going to put these on my magnet sheet so I don't lose them. And let's see what we can do with these little guys, because they're ever so lovely. Now, let me grab a bone folder. I'm doing well on time. Okay, so now this was already cut, folded, scored. Now I can take that and watch what happens when I put a contrasting piece of cardstock. Yeah, the wax paper does make a big difference, doesn't it, Susie? So there I'm putting a piece of, this is Blackberry Bliss, which I think is just a really, really nice look. The other option that I have handy, I have lots of options, but the one I have handy, super handy, I've got, let's see, do I have any little, oh, got a little circle there that didn't go through. And then that's it. Let me grab a piece of white and show you my other option. So I could do this, so you guys tell me what you think. Should I go pink and white, or should I go pink and purple? Really different looks. I like them both. And then we're just going to put a sentiment in there, and we are good to go. Now I did need another colored card base for prepared, and I wasn't as prepared as I thought. So let's see. Okay, the purple. Valerie likes the purple. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive, and I'm going, this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece, and I could go all the way to the edge, but I think that looks better on the inside. Okay, I've got 2 votes for purple and 1 vote for white, so never fear for the white because we're going to use that on the next one. So this is going to go just on the edges. I hope I got just on the edges. I wasn't really paying attention like I should have been, but hopefully we will be good. Oh yeah, we're good. Got a little bit of glue showing through there, but we'll, Okay, so now I am ready to take this and pop it up in the middle with a sentiment, and let's just see what we want to use. I could put, whoopsie, I could put these flowers in the center. They look really pretty. So I could do this and then put my greeting at the bottom. That would be a nice look. Or I can put one of my greetings in the center and go a little bit simpler. But I think for sake of demonstration today, I think let's just go with the flowers here. And let's see. I think what we're going to do is let's stick with the purple ink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella, and let's stamp the floral image in Blackberry Bliss right on there. It will hang over just a little bit maybe. Let's see. Haha, look at there. Perfect, perfect. And I'm going to use my Wink of Stella. Actually, wow. And we're going to just bleed out those colors. This is the Blackberry Bliss ink with Wink of Stella. And the Wink of Stella will act just like your blender pen with shimmer. And so this is allowing me to make these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers with already built-in sparkle. And then I'm going to come back in here and just add a little bit of green to the leaves. And I've got a really quick and easy card. Let's bring this down a little bit more now. And I think, let's try just jade. Is this going to be too dark? Oh no, that's going to be really nice. We're going to go with just jade, which is going to be a little bit bold, but I think it's going to set off my very pale flowers nicely. Is that a flower? I think that's a flower petal. I have to go back to that one. I guess I could use my my tip, my writing tip end. So you know you have two ends on your Stampin' Write markers. You have the fine tip and then you have the brush tip. I tend to use the brush tip the most. Oopsie, got out of the lines a little bit. But you know what? It's a handmade card. It's going to be okay. I think that we tend to be a little bit critical of our own work, and I think the people who receive our cards are just amazed that we made something for them. So I do try to keep that in mind. So again, this is just jade, and I have Blackberry Bliss, and these are very, very rich colors. Okay, so now I just need to go back over and catch those little petals that I missed. Here we go. I'm just going to grab some of that purple ink. And then this is ready to pop up right here in the center of my, oh, I think that's really looking nice. I'm really happy with that. And I can choose to either pop it up on dimensionals or not. And then I have something here for the bottom. I have, oh, look at there. You're in my thoughts. Perfect. I was just talking to my friend Elaine. She was over here helping me in my studio this morning. We were just talking about how this time of year can be very challenging for some people. So I think that you're in my thoughts. In fact, she was asking me, what are you going to do for Facebook Live today? I said, well, I'm not totally sure. I think I'm going to do Encircled in Friendship. And she said, you're in my thoughts. It would be a great thing to share today. So thank you for the inspiration, Elaine. Now I'm going to take You're in My Thoughts right across the bottom here. Hopefully I'm straight. I live dangerously today. Haha, look at there. I mean, really, stamps, ink, and paper with die cuts. That's it. Really super easy. I will probably add just a few little glimmer shimmers because, you know, that's usually what I do. Now this would be tone on tone. This is the polished pink ones. That would be really pretty. Let's see, what else do I have that might look nice there? I also have these elegant faceted, so I could go with the clear. Let's see. I think gold is just a little bit not the look that I'm wanting. And then these pale green, I think it's not the quite right green. So I think I'm actually just going to go tone on tone and use these little guys. The polished pink. And here's my pick a tool. And I think that instead, I've already got a lot of shimmer on my, I'll stick that down. And I guess I should stick that down before I add my little shimmer pieces, the jewels. So let's just pop this up on dimensionals. And again, this was the circle that came out of this little doily that I made, or frame. I keep calling it a doily. It's actually a frame. So let's pop this like so. And that is so pretty. I love it. Really happy with the way that came out. And then here are my little in color jewels, I think is what they're called. And I think I'm just going to do like so. 1, 2, 3. You're in my thoughts. Now, wouldn't somebody love to receive that pretty card? Look at a little white piece from a die cut that got stuck in there. I'll fish it out. And that is it. So let me show you really quick what we can do with this piece that we also cut out. So if we take this red, this is just a basic red. Oops, sorry, real red card base. Look what happens when I do that. I mean, really. And I'm not gonna take the time to put this together right now, because honestly, I think what I'd like to do is probably do a greeting on the inside, and maybe do one from the Christmas set. Because let me show you how these work. Look at that, warm Christmas wishes. I mean, isn't that just gorgeous? So I'm going to kind of work on this off camera and post it when I post this one, and we'll do them kind of side by side. And I sure thank you for hanging out with me today for Teach Me Tuesday, where we were learning about this gorgeous set of dies called Encircled in Beauty. And they are available as part of a bundle when you get Encircled in Friendship. And again, this is the stamps that I'm using for my Cards with a Twist monthly class for December. Which adhesive? I actually just used liquid glue here, and I used, and yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Susie, when I did this on my class card, I did my trick using the liquid glue with the gluey sponge. So just lay this upside down on your silicone mat, do some gluey sponge, and then it will just stick right down and not give you any problems at all. It will be really secure. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support here. If you No, are we still there? Okay, it started canceling. Hey, Mary, I'm glad you're here. If you're watching on YouTube, I would appreciate a thumbs up ever so much, and I would appreciate if you'd subscribe to my channel. And if you're here on Facebook and you're watching after the fact, you're watching us in the replay mode, thank you for being here, and let me know that you're here by just sharing replay. Well, it's time for me to have a cup of tea, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube while I'm having my cup of tea. And thank you again for tuning in. I will be here Thursday for simple stamping. Thanks so much. Take care, and God bless.